Hi everyone, welcome to my first ever sort of studio vlog thing. I decided just to take you guys with me this week because I have a lot of things to do for my Etsy shop and YouTube and stuff like that. I have a few custom bullet journals to mail out, to film flip throughs of, and to make this week. So I thought it might be a fun week for you guys to join me. So right now it's Tuesday mid-afternoon and I'm just putting the finishing touches on some journals and getting ready to start another batch of journals. So this right here is the journal that I just finished last night. It's probably the most unique bullet journal that I've ever done because it didn't have any weekly or monthly spreads or anything like that. It was all just really random things about books and music and food and adventures and things like that. So it was really fun to make, but honestly pretty tough. So anyways, I finally finished this one last night. I do still need to go in and erase the little notes that I wrote to myself in the corners. I need to do that. I need to film a flip through, and then I'm hoping to send this to her tomorrow probably because she lives in Australia and I want it to get to her before she wants to use it for the new year. So that's the one I finished yesterday, and these are the ones that I'm supposed to finish in the next week or two. So I've definitely got my work cut out for me, but I got some new journals in and I really love them. This brown linen one with the orange flecks, so cute, sort of camel colored tan one. This has been my most popular seller lately. Everyone seems to want these gray linen ones or plain black. And then I also got this new light gray color. So I've got a lot of new colors to work with and I'm really excited to jump in and start those. So what I'm doing now is setting up sort of my dashboard, I call it, for a new custom journal order. So you can see a completed one beside it, and that's actually for the one that I'm going to be working on over the next few days for a lady named Nancy Taylor. But the one that I'm working on right now is for another journal that I have coming up, and as you can see, I kind of take all of the details that they submit on their order form and in the Google form that I send them and just compile it into one place. So all the different yearly spreads that they want, all the different monthly spreads, the day that they ordered, the day that they need it dispatched by, whether it's minimal doodle, full doodle, all of that goes right on here so I can access it all the time. Alright, so we are going to get started on this journal right here. It's one of the ones I've been getting from Michaels. I really am loving them. So this one is for an influencer actually on YouTube named Nancy Taylor. And so I went in earlier today and just kind of wrote in the top corner here what is going on that day. So when it's in the middle of the month, I just write the dates at the top there. But when it's, here we go. So the beginning of February here, I've got Feb title, if you can read my little scribbles there, February events. And so the reason I do this is because I like to make these journals in batches. So I like to go in and make all of the monthly calendars first so that I don't need to constantly be looking at the calendar on my phone. And I've got all those measurements fresh in my mind, how many grid squares and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off by making the monthly calendars on all of the pages. I have all of her information here that you saw me filling out. So what she wants for her yearly spreads, her monthly spreads, her weekly spreads, and then her themes, she gave me free reign. But this is kind of my dashboard for my custom bullet journal orders. And so this is the one that we're working on today. And I figured I would just get started with something super basic and do just her monthly calendars because she wants a nice big 2-page calendar for each month. Alright, so as you saw, I just finished making all of the monthly calendars, so that was kind of my first batch of things to do, and the next batch that I typically do is make all of the title pages. So this particular journal order, the person gave me free reign over all of the monthly themes. So I know that I'm going to use jellyfish for April because I pretty much always use jellyfish. But other than that, I honestly don't know what themes I'm going to do. So I'm just going to get started with April, and we'll see when inspiration strikes. I'll make the other months as well. So that's another reason that I like to put those little like pencil marks in the corner to tell me what goes on that page, so that as soon as I think of a theme, I can just go in and do it. So if I think of a theme for November, I don't need to wait until I finish everything up to November. I can just go in and make the theme for November. So I'm going to start on that now, just start making a bunch of monthly title pages, and then I won't actually do any of the weekly pages yet. So what I do is in the journal where I like set up all of her order information, I will write down all of the marker colors that I use for each month so that I can do all the monthly title pages now, get those out of the way, and then at the very end, I'm going to go in and make all of the weekly pages, pull out those colors that I used, and yeah, that's kind of the order that I go in. You'll see as we go throughout the week. So let's get started on some monthly title pages. So there are a few themes that I consider to be like my signature themes, and one of those is definitely this jellyfish theme. I absolutely love it. I have put it in every custom journal where they let me choose the themes. I make sure to include the jellyfish. I feel like it's kind of one of mine. So I'm going to include that for the month of April in this purple color, and we'll see what I end up doing for the rest of the months because I seriously have no idea. Alright, I just got back from my volleyball event. It is 10 p.m. Jumped straight into an all gray sweatsuit. Time to call it a night. So I'm a bit of a night owl. I usually end up getting like most of my YouTube and bullet journal work done in the evenings. Probably like 9 p.m. to midnight is like my most productive time. So that's about now. I am going to get to work. I realize I have to do some editing for my 2021 setup video that I'm so excited for. I filmed it last week, posting it this Friday, so it will definitely be up before this video is up. So I'm gonna go do some editing on that, and then I'm gonna keep working on that journal because I posted on my YouTube community tab, which like I hardly use. I'm really small, so I don't want to use it too much, but I posted there asking for theme ideas and not really expecting much. Like, I have 2,000 subscribers. I get it, I'm a small YouTuber, very small, but within like half an hour of posting, people gave me ideas for this journal, which is so awesome. So thank you guys to those of you who did give me ideas, because I will actually use them, because I actually have like pretty much zero of my own ideas at the moment. So I'm gonna do some editing, then I'm gonna jump back into that journal and hopefully keep making more of the monthly title pages. Okay, so it's just after midnight. I finished a few more of the monthly titles in this journal, not all of them on camera, so that you're still motivated to come back and watch the flip through, which I will put somewhere up here once the flip through is posted, which could be a few months, just because I have a lot of videos lined up before then. But yeah, so I edited that YouTube video, I did a couple more months, and now I'm gonna head to bed for a very early morning of online teaching at like 4 a.m. But don't worry, I'll go back to sleep after that. Teach from 4 to 7 and then probably sleep till like 10 or 11 a.m. and then I'll get up to teach some more of my online bullet journal classes. So that's my Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So I just got home from my grocery shopping trip. It's about 5:30. I'm gonna grab some supper and then get to work on the journals because I have not touched them today. So I'm planning to do a few more of the monthly titles for that one journal, and then I need to film. I need to film a flip through so that I can mail this custom journal off to my customer. So yeah, that's the plan. Work on a few more monthly title pages, film a flip through, and then we'll see if I have time to do more. Alright, so like I said, I did a bit of work yesterday that I didn't film. One of those was this March title, which was inspired by a retro, like MTV logo, which I'm really loving. So I've got a few of the themes done. I think I've done 4, and I got some more ideas from you guys over on YouTube. So I'm gonna get started doing some of those. As usual, I've got my kind of just whatever journal with me, and so I've got all of her information here, what she's looking for in her monthly spreads, the theme ideas that I have so far. I use that 80s sort of MTV theme for March, jellyfish for April. I'm gonna get started on a wildflowers theme and some sort of buildings theme. Not totally sure what those will look like yet. And then here's where I've written down the colors that I used for them. So I have all of my Crayola Super Tips swatched right over here, and so whenever I'm deciding like my color scheme and things like that, I'll just turn to this page, pick out my colors, and write them down so that I can pull out those colors again if I need to add anything for like the weekly spreads or something for that month. All right, so it is 9:30 and I just finished doing all of the monthly title pages in that journal, which is awesome. So now I'm done all of the calendars, all of the monthly titles. All I have to do is the yearly setup, which actually I want to do on video. I'm going to film that for a YouTube video, so I'm doing that right now. And then this weekend I will do, or maybe even tomorrow, I'll do the weekly pages for the entire year. I'm going to finish that journal this week, start another one this week, and hopefully have both of them done on the weekend, which is a bit of a big goal, a bit of a reach, but we're gonna make it work. So now I'm gonna take a break from that, and I'm going to film. I need to film a flip through so that I can mail that journal, and I'm gonna film the 2021 setup in this journal that I just made all of the monthly titles for to go up on YouTube. So those will be up eventually, so stay tuned for both of those. All right, so filming is done and all of her monthly titles are done, so it's time to go to bed. It's almost midnight. I'll be getting up at 4 again to do my teaching. I'll teach from 4 to 7 and then I will go back to sleep till about 11, and we'll see where the day will take me after that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. So it's Thursday afternoon and I just started with bullet journaling. I did a bit of online teaching this morning and kind of had lunch, and now as you can see I'm working on all of the weekly spreads in that journal. So this is where I go back to that other journal where I like have her dashboard, and I look at all of the different colors that I used, and I use those colors to make the weeklies for each month. So this month is for March, that like retro 80s sort of theme. So I'm going to go in today and hopefully do all of the weekly layouts. So this is the journal that I filmed the flip through of yesterday, the one that's kind of full of a bunch of like random things and not so much a yearly, what you would think of as a typical yearly bullet journal. So I need to pack it up and send it away, and I'm pretty new to this like Etsy thing, so I don't have my packaging system set in stone yet, but I kind of try something new every time. So I made this little business card. I don't know if they'll stay like this, just with my name on the front and then a little personalized note on the back. I'm just going to tuck that right in here and then wrap it up. Happy Friday, everyone. It is mid-afternoon. I just finished lunch and this morning was super chill. I did do some teaching, so I went back to sleep and basically spent the morning just doing like me things, since I knew that I would be doing lots of work on the journals in the afternoon and evening, so the morning is kind of my time to just like chill and relax. So I did some reading. I ended up doing some cleaning and baking and things like that. So today I've got a few sort of bullet journal things on my plate. I'm going to be mailing that journal that we packaged last night, so I need to walk that over to the post office and buy a bubble mailing envelope and send that off. And then I'm also planning to finish the custom journal that I've been working on in this vlog. So far I've done all of the monthly pages and all of the weekly pages up until August, so I just have 4 months worth of weekly pages left to do, if that makes sense. So I'm planning to do that today, and then hopefully I can even film the flip through of that tonight so that I can just send that off in the mail tomorrow. So right now we're going to start things off by taking a little trip to the post office. Alright, we're back from the post office, so that package is officially on its way to Australia. Got some extra bubble mailers from the post office so that I can package up this one that I plan to finish today and send it off in the mail sometime this weekend. So that's the plan right now, is just to kind of hunker down and finish the last 4 months in this bullet journal. So let's do it. So supper is in the oven, and while it's been cooking, I finished the December weekly spreads. So we're just about to eat supper, and after that I'm gonna go in and like erase all of my pencil marks in the corner, and then I'll have to set up my filming stuff again so that I can film her flip through for this full year custom bullet journal. Alright, it is 10 p.m. Friday night and we did it. I finished that entire bullet journal, including the flip through, and it took 4 days. I think that's like the fastest that I've ever done a full 12-month journal. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me for this whole journey of making a custom journal. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.